Hello everyone, welcome to Quant Masters. I'm Harshita Alveli. Today we have Sudipto Mahapatra with us, who is from Bangalore, Karnataka, and he got placed in TCS recently. So he is here to share his experience with us. Let's talk to him and get to know about the entire interview process in detail. Hi Sudipto,
Hi, ma'am.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, firstly, I would like to congratulate you for getting placed in TCS, Sudipto. That's really amazing. We are very happy for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so could you tell more about yourself, Sudipto?
Definitely. So I'm Sudipto Mahapatra, and I have completed my BE in Automobile Engineering from Acharya Institute of Technology, that is in Bangalore, Karnataka.
Mhm.
And I've been recently placed with TCS as a role of assistant system engineer for a package of 3.6 LPA.
Okay, that's really nice. And yeah, so ready to share your experience with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so was this an on-campus or an off-campus interview, Sudipto?
This was an off-campus interview.
Okay, when did you apply for TCS?
I had applied, I think, in the month of October, like in the end of October, like recently when I had joined Quant Masters, and so right after that, I applied for
Okay, that means you're
off-campus
2021
placement.
passed out. After you finished your graduation, then you applied for TCS
Yes,
off-campus.
yes.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So yeah, when was the first round conducted, Sudipto?
First round was conducted on, I think it was conducted on December 5th, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so I think,
December
yeah,
5th.
December 5th. Yes, December 5th.
You had applied in the month of October, but
Yeah. So
you
what
took up the
actually
exam.
happened was I had the slot on, I think, in the mid of November, but
Mm-hmm.
since I was not prepared, I didn't attend for that. So then they rescheduled it for December 5th.
Okay, okay. That's how it got a little delayed.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the first round in detail. Tell us about the first round. So, what sections were there? What questions were asked?
So actually, we had like I think there was three sections, and
Mm-hmm.
like one was for the quantitative, and the level of questions were, I would say, it was standard questions. It was not very easy, but it was at the same time it was not very tough as well. So it was
Okay.
standard, and all the questions, like most of the questions, we had solved already in Himanshu sir's classes for
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay. What sections were there? Like
quants.
quant, logical, and
Quants was
verbal
there,
were there?
yeah. Quants was there, logical was there, verbal was there. Along with that, we had some like conceptual based this thing, technical also. Like
Technical
we
questions.
had one section that consisted of code. It
Mm-hmm.
was of a simple code, that of a simple code, and one more section wherein we were asked about conceptual based questions on technical.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about every section in detail. Tell us about the quant section. How many questions were there? What time was given?
Quant section, I think it was like 30 questions. I think, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
30 questions, and I think about I think, I'm not sure about the exact time, but I think we got around something between like what 50 minutes something we got. I think so.
Okay, around 50 minutes.
Yeah, and we also had this timer all of thing, like for each
Okay, so
question we
you were
were.
able to navigate between the questions, or you had to answer
No,
the
no.
question and then go to the next question?
Yeah, it's like when you are able to answer the like if you when you are answering the first question, only then you can move to the next question, and in that you have the timer. Like you don't have a. It's like for different, for other how it is for other interviews. It's like you have
Mhm.
the entire chunk of 15 minutes. You can utilize it for however you want for whichever question, right? So it is not
Mm.
like that for TCS. TCS sets its own timers, like depending
For
upon the
every
level of,
question.
yeah, depending upon the level of question, they'll give you probably 30
Okay,
seconds
if the
or,
question is a little difficult, you will have
yeah,
more
even a
time.
minute or a minute and a half.
Okay, okay, fine,
Yeah.
fine. So, what questions from what concepts were asked?
Mostly questions were asked from probability and time and work,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, yeah, time and work, and then probability, permutations, combinations were asked. Like I think
Time
permutations.
work, time distance, averages, simple interest
Time and
motivation.
distance, I didn't find much question. Like I don't remember answering any question for time and distance because
Mm-hmm.
there was no question for that. But
Trains,
uh,
boats, and streams.
yeah, trains, boats, and streams was there, and like mostly the questions were from permutations, combinations, and probability, and also time and work. Mostly the
Okay.
questions were from there, and rest of them they were like like I and also profit and loss as well.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So what about the next section, the logical section?
Logical section was I would say it was fairly moderate, not very easy, like, but at the same time not very tough as well. And
Okay.
I think
How many questions and what time was given?
so I think it was the same thing. I think approximately like 15 to 20 questions, I think. So because I'm not like, since it was in December, so I don't remember exactly the number of questions, but 15 to 20 questions were there. And
Okay.
they were from coding decoding, and then I think from calendars there were questions,
Mm-hmm.
and also question from syllogism as well.
Okay. Fine. Fine. So then the verbal section.
Verbal section was easy. Verbal section, it was like I think there were some about 5 to 8 questions that were like passage based questions, wherein we were given a passage, and then like four questions were given in the side of the passage, and we had to answer them like
Okay.
after reading the passage. And apart from that, we were given some grammatical based questions, and also antonyms kind of questions, those kind of questions where the antonyms is given.
So
And
you could
also,
answer all of them easily, the first three sections, right?
yes ma'am, not all of them, but most of them I could answer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So these were the three sections. What about the fourth section,
Fourth
Sudipto?
section we had some like it was a like the fourth and the fifth section was technical based questions, where in the fourth round, like the fourth section, they had like kind of like fill in the blanks sort of questions, wherein
Mm-hmm.
they asked about the definitions of things and all of that. They asked
Technical
about,
stuff, right?
yes, yes.
How many questions were there?
I think 8 to 10 questions in that.
8 to 10 questions were there,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
what time was given?
About the same, I think 15 to 20 minutes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay. So this was also easy. You could answer them.
Yes, it was like for me, me especially me coming from a non-coding background, so I found a little bit hard in like
Mm-hmm.
particularly this section. I found it a little bit hard, but I out of like 8 to 10 questions, I could answer like 5 to 6 questions, since I had studied a few of the just the technical concepts, a few of them
Oh,
since
okay.
I had studied.
Fine. Then tell us about the last section, Sudipta.
Last section we had one coding
Mm-hmm.
thing question,
Okay.
wherein I think, yeah, I was given in my case particularly, I was given a to like write a code for Fibonacci series, and they
Mm-hmm.
had twisted the question a little bit by saying that the first two numbers will not be 0 and 1, but it will
Mm.
be taken from a user input. So,
Okay.
and in that way, in that manner, we have to print Fibonacci series, and that was the only question in the first
Only
round.
question. What time was given for that?
I think about 25 to 30 minutes, I think.
Okay. So overall, the time was sufficient, right?
Yes,
The
overall
given
it was
time.
sufficient. I think it was a 3 hour. The entire assessment was a 3 hour assessment.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So yeah, so this was the first round. And when did you get to know that you have cleared the first round?
11th of December, ma'am. 11th of December, I got the offer letter.
You got the offer letter.
Yes, ma'am.
There was no technical interview, no HR interview.
No, ma'am. In my case, like I had a few friends who had given the
Mhm.
test, but for them the interview was conducted. But for me, I so that is why I was a bit skeptical about the mail in like
Okay, so
altogether.
just after the first round, you got the offer letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so did you talk to any of the TCS people? Why is it so? There is no HR interview, there is no technical interview.
Yeah, exactly. See, at first I was a bit skeptical. I thought it was like not genuine or something like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
just ignored it for straight one week. And
Okay.
then after a week, this lady from TCS, she calls me, and she just she asked me, "You've received an offer letter from TCS. Why haven't you accepted it?" So I just told them no. For me, there was no interview conducted. So
Mm-hmm.
how did I receive an offer letter? So she's
Okay.
like, no, you can go check in the next step portal about your validity of the genuineness of your offer letter. So I just went and I just checked, and it turned out to be a genuine offer letter.
Okay, that's something very rare, right?
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
never come
Because
across it.
even I had never heard about such a thing
Mm-hmm.
before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like for entire 1 week I was very skeptical about the entire offer letter thing only. So because I
Okay.
kept on getting the mails, it was not like one mail. I kept on getting the mails after every single day regarding the offer letter that
Oh.
you haven't accepted the offer letter.
Uh-huh. So that's a genuine offer letter. You are placed
Yes,
in
yes,
TCS.
yes, yes,
This is something new. Students need to know this. Like everyone who gets such offer letter without the second and the third round will be in a doubt, in confusion,
yes,
that if
yes.
it's
Of
genuine
course,
or no.
correct.
Okay, so students who are watching this should note this out. That even this is possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, so this was very simple, right? The interview.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, the whole
Actually there was
selection
no
is just
interview, ma'am.
one round.
Yes, just one round. So,
Okay.
and even in the mail, I got like it was like based upon the performance on the assessment they had
Mhm.
written.
You
But
must
such a thing,
have done it really well then.
yeah. But such a thing had never happened before. So I thought like, okay, fine, probably somebody's pranking or something like that. So for a week, I just keep like for a week, I just kept on ignoring that entire thing. So
You
after,
thought someone is pranking on you.
yeah, so it was only after this lady from TCS, she called me. Only after
Mhm.
that, I was like, okay, fine, let's just check if it's genuine or not.
Okay, fine. So, do you have any tips or suggestions to your friends and juniors, Sudipto, who are trying to get placed in TCS?
Well, I would say practice a lot of aptitude,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of aptitude, because any interview, aptitude is the very first round. And apart
Correct.
from them, that in any one language, just know the basics. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, work on the I think work on the communication skills. So I think
Mm-hmm.
if these three things are there, you can like easily navigate your way through any of the interviews.
That's true, Sudipto. And yeah, since you're a student of Quant Masters, would you like to tell how was your journey with Quant Masters, Sudipto?
Yes, ma'am, sure. So before joining Quant Masters, for like in the initial days, once I passed out, without a job, so I was like, what is going to happen? Will I be even placed? So I had like very much mixed feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know. So like one fine day I came across this I think social media post where I saw about Quant Masters, and then I just fine, let's give it a shot. Let's just enroll for
Right.
this. So I enrolled, and right off the bat on the first day itself, like attending Himanshu Sharma's Himanshu sir's the speed class, right, the first day itself, attending that, I got a sense of confidence that okay, fine, if I dedicatedly, if I attend all the classes, maybe I might have a shot at clearing in these interviews. So days passed on, I attended Himanshu sir's classes, and then all the other classes as well, even Shashank sir's technical classes. So day by day, I started to gain confidence, and more than anything, I would like to thank Quantmasters because it has built up the level of confidence that I never thought that I could crack interviews like this before joining Quantmasters. So like every single day, every classes, right, when I used to attend, I used to like feel a sense of boost in my confidence that I might be able to clear these interviews, but which was
Mhm.
not there before I joined the Quant Masters. So I'd really like to thank Quant Masters for that.
We are really happy that we could help you, Sudipto. You found it so useful. You are also successfully placed. That's really a nice thing. And yeah, one last question, Sudipto. Would
Yes,
you recommend Quant Masters to your friends and juniors?
definitely, ma'am. For anybody who is like looking to who is like preparing for the interviews, I'd just say just go for it. Just enroll into Quant Masters, and you will yourself see the change.
Thank you so much, Sudipto. That's really nice. That's very kind of you to tell that. And thanks for being here, sharing all the information with us, Sudipto. You know, right, so how many students out there are trying so hard to get placed in
Yes,
TCS.
yes, ma'am. Yes, I
It
know.
will really help them.
Okay.
And congratulations once again. All the very best for
Thank you,
your
ma'am.
future.
Okay.